Hey, it's MK, and I just want to say that I kind of almost started without you. I just got so super excited. I wanted to see if this combination is going to be like good enough. I don't know how else to say it. So I started without you, and then I thought, no, I need to turn the camera on. This is not fair. So what do I have here? I have the birthday layout for the next baby layout in this series. Yay! And I'm almost done. I'm so super excited. I'm more excited about like doing the final reveal and the flip through and showing you guys what this album looks like. I decided that I was going to go through my gold embellishments and see what all I could pull out. I pulled out these funky little circle bits. I think they were Teresa Collins from her Wonder collection. I had two of these gold doilies that I thought would be pretty cool, especially behind the cupcakes. Maybe it might be too much, but clearly they were from a packaging or something. I don't know. There's glue on them. But you know, tuck, right? Then I also had like little bits left over from a pocket page card. Now these are old, My Mind's Eye pocket cards. Anyways, they were polka dotted on one side or striped on the other, and then I took the saying that I wanted and kind of made it my own embellishment out of it. It says always together, which I thought would be pretty cool on a birthday layout because they're twins. They might always be together, at least for the first few years of their lives. I found this that says good times, again from one of those pocket cards. I want to say they were My Mind's Eye. Oh my god. This is also Teresa Collins. No, it's not. I lied. I'm sorry. This is the Heidi Swapp, and it's just an acetate that says happy. So I thought that would be pretty cool. And then this is a washi tape. It says Treasure Every Day. And I just put it on a piece of white cardstock and then cut it into the banner shape. But I don't think I'm going to have Treasure Every Day like all over this layout. So that was a one and done. And then, like I said, I have these, which I think are going to be pretty cool going on. And I have this that I can always put on you know, this whole roll on my little scraps that I keep, put it on there and then banner them out as well if I don't like these, because this is like a sparkly gold where this is kind of a dull gold. So I'm not really sure. I just pulled out the elements that I thought was going to work. Okay, stop talking, get to the layout. I'm going to glue this, but not with this because it's empty, finally. And I can finally start using my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive and get it done and over with. Okay. Whew, that was terrible. Wow, I just have to say that girlfriend can talk too much. I had to cut out so much of that introduction because it was almost like I wanted to do it real time, but I don't talk when I have to glue things down and think. So my mouth and my brain can't work at the same time. Isn't that weird? Anywho, cut off the branding strip of both of these little really awesome star pages. I thought that they were more like bursts, like, you know, the little crackers that we used to have back in the day. I don't know. I don't know if we still have those or not. Anywho, I decided to make this layout a little bit fun and funky and whimsy and, you know, just all over the place, like crazy, like a birthday. And that's kind of what I was trying to, like, get out in the introduction, and it didn't work. It was like, oh, squirrel, I want to show you this, and oh, squirrel, I want to show you that. Wow, I just couldn't do it. So what I decided to do on this one was bring in a lot of black. I wanted it to be bold and impactful, and it's a first birthday, you guys. Those are the most special ones. I'm not really sure, you know, like how people celebrate them, but I know that over here, they're huge. It's like I don't know why. I just don't. Anyways, I decided to make the pink and blue on this layout like background paper instead of photo mats. And I took my photo mats and put them on, or my photo placement cards, and put them on black. And then that way you're going to see a little peek of pink and blue behind all of my photos. Now I'm just decorating around the title. I've got a little tickets. I've got all these tickets from, I think they're Rosie Studios, you guys. I'm not really sure. But I have all these little tickets that just said the right things, all the right things. And I was like, oh, these work perfect. Yay. I'm so glad that I picked them up when I did. And they did. They worked out perfect. And I am also bringing in a bunch of scraps left over from previous layouts. Now, this is unfortunately the last 2-page layout that I am going to be making. I have 2 more single photos or single page layouts and then a flip through. I'm so excited, you guys. I already said that I was, but I had to tell you guys again. So I moved on to a card. Now I popped up the title on foam just to give the flat layout a little bit of dimension and movement. And now I decided to take out these, they're like glitter banners that I punched out a million years ago. And I decided to dress up this card because it was it had a pink string, gray banner, and that was it. So I took my blue Muji, I think it's a Muji pin, and I reinforced the lines in blue. I took a pink twine and reinforced the printed little like line of twine that they had on there. And then of course I added the gold, and I really love how that card turned out, you guys. It was one of my favorites. So I'm going back to the right side page. Is it the right side? Yeah, I think it is. Yep. Sorry, I have to do one of those, hold up the left and the right hands to see if, that's the way it's supposed to be. So anyways, yeah, oh, that was cute too. Look at the other side of that card. Aw. Anyways, squirrel. Yeah, so I went and made the card and then came back to the page. And then I was also in the introduction explaining how I was going to fill that gap with this little border that I made using washi tape, a strip that I had from a scrap that I had to turn it black. I changed it black using a shimmer pin by Wink of Stella, and then my punched Martha Stewart punch. So, and I just mimicked that same exact design over on the other side, so that way it didn't look like it was like a afterthought, even though it was. Don't tell anybody. So I'm adding in these like holographic stars, and I love them because when you shimmer and shake them around, they're pink and they're blue and they're yellow and they're green and they're just all over the place. So here is the right page close up. Now, if you guys aren't interested in the pocket cards, that is coming up next. I slow this down so you guys can see the close up for those that aren't interested in the pocket cards. I get it. It makes the video quite a bit longer. And, but I did want to do something for, when you have twins, I'm thinking double the photos. And how do you double the photos when you don't want to double the pages? Only so many pages fit in this album, by the way. And these pocket cards are perfect, absolutely perfect. So I cut off the part where I put the photo placement cards on the back of the cardstock. It's just something that I think I left in for one video and thought, no, nobody wants to see that ever again. And so I decided to bring that whimsy back into the pocket cards. And these little black squares, those are the inserts from the photo strips that I used all the way back on, I believe it was day 2 when I did the ultrasound photos. I kept my scraps. And I thought, oh my gosh, these are funky frames that I could use for this layout. I had no idea. I had no idea that I was going to do this. It was just one of those things that I thought, hey, I might do this. So what I'm doing is I am rough cutting. I'm not even caring if I'm staying in the lines. I rough cut around my photo, like my negatives, I guess, from the ultrasound photos. And I love that. Look at that. And so I'm going to do that to every single one of these little cards, the mess. So I am making a 3x4 card. This is the only 3x4 card that I do end up making. And I'm just basically putting it on the back of the photo placement card that it will match in the page protector. And I'm taking this border again by Martha Stewart and just making a funky design. It's a fill-in card. That's all it is. And I'm taking all of my leftovers and creating a card. It does add a little bit of bulk, but not a whole lot. Just something that, it adds interest, but I wanted to do a lot of photos rather than cards. Now, normally what I did was 2 to 3 photos going across the center portion and then 2 photos per 4x6 pocket. And this one, I think I only have 3 4x6 fill-in cards or journaling spots, and then this one. And I'm just taking all of the tickets that were either blue or pink. Now, on the other layouts, on the actual layouts, I used everything that was gold. As far as tickets goes. And then in the pockets, I decided that's when I'll use my gold, blue and pink pocket tickets. Now I don't even know what they're called. So just trying to find a good placement for all of this. I am trying to use up everything that I brought in to use. So I've got my my cutoffs of a My Mind's Eye pocket card, and then I've cut them all into banners. So that way, they're ready for, for a birthday layout. Anyways, now I'm just giggling not giggling, but now I'm just talking to, save time and figure out what it is that I am doing. Oh, I brought in my stars again. Yes. I love those stars, you guys. I really do. They are Stampin' Up! Stars. I believe from the Twinkle collection. I can't really remember. I'm really bad about that. So, and I am gluing back to back. So I did not have a lot of this Starburst paper, but basically the idea is I'm going to bring in some photo mats. Oh my gosh, this is that last little bit of that pink heart sticker. Last one, you guys. I used it, I believe, on 3 layouts for this. Yeah, I stretched that tiny little thing across 3 layouts. Yeah, don't quit my day job, I swear. I swear, you give me a piece of paper and see how far I can make it stretch and how many times I can use it in how many different ways. That sounds like a good challenge. So yeah, once I've decided, all of these filler cards are going to have photos, because again, I imagine tons of photos. So it looks like the only spot where there's going to be room for journaling is that card. Oh, I hit it. Sorry. Is that card that I meshed together with a bunch of scraps. That to me seems like the only place where we are actually going to have journaling. Now, did I tell you guys, and I probably cut it out, that these cards, the black on or the white on black card photo mats, they are actually leftovers for when I make mini albums. So when I make mini albums, it's normally a black base, and I have all these leftovers. And so what I do is I take all these leftovers, I measure them out, and then I put a white cardstock. If I don't have any that's already pre-cut, I put white cardstock on them, and then I have photo mats to fill the mini album once it's done. And then sometimes it's too chunky because I like a lot of embellishing and things like that. So sometimes it's too chunky and I can't use them all, and I just have a stash of these hanging around. I love them. The longer strips I turn into photo strips. The regular ones I turn into just, like 4x6s, 5x7s, things like that. Normal-ish size photos. I also have a bunch of these wallets, and so they come in handy. Like right here, they came in handy. I didn't have to do anything except for trim around those leftover bits. Oh my gosh, I'm finally done. Woohoo! Now, here are the layouts side by side with the pockets, and here are the close-ups. I'm sorry I didn't do an actual close-up of any of the pockets, but that was a lot, you guys. There was a bunch that I should have cut out. I apologize about that. It gave me time to, ramble. I love doing that. And I hope you guys are enjoying this series. I have one more. Actually, it's going to be split into two. So I have two more single page layouts to share with you guys, and then I'm going to do a flip through, and I am so super stoked. Thank you so much for sticking around with me during this short little series. See ya.